little blooper reel going.
Oh yeah, it's authentic.
Our blooper reel.
Absolutely.
It's super authentic.
Opinions expressed by the participants
Here
on
we
this
go,
show
guys.
are not necessarily those of Stewart Information
You were there
Services
so long,
Corporation
I had it
or
locked
Stewart
into my
Title.
mind.
I know,
Before you
I
make
know,
any
I know.
investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
When it comes to real estate,
Energy
everything
drink.
matters.
It's
Whether
great.
you're a realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title is
Ooh,
here
no
to
free
inform,
advertising.
entertain, and inspire you. Host Bill Napick from Stewart Title will talk with guests about what really matters when it comes to owning, buying, and selling real estate. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title starts right now. Here's your host, Bill.
Welcome to the show, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. We march on once again to inform, entertain, and even inspire. We have assembled tremendous guests here for you today. Realtors, we have an escrow officer, we have a roofer, we have Stewart Title business development officers right here in this room. I say it all the time, stay close to your Stewart Title business development officer because they always have great things going on, resources for you, educational classes, fun things. If you don't know who your business development officer is for Stewart Title, just go to Stewart.com and find out. And now, with Keller Williams Platinum, he is a top realtor. His name is Morad Fiki. Morad, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Thanks
That's
for
right,
having
you're
me.
a top realtor, right?
Of course, absolutely.
No doubt about
I'm
it.
passionate about this business.
You really are. And let's tell people, first of all, you're with Keller Williams. Let's tell them a little bit about your company.
Well, I think Keller Williams actually is a phenomenal company, voted #1 training company in the world across all business mediums. The training is just exceptional. I highly recommend Keller Williams for, any new agent who's looking to get started in the business and kind of doesn't know where to go. That being said, me personally in my business, I am always on the forefront of technology. I want to be using the latest, greatest things that have come out that can advance listings and also sell homes. There's so many platforms right now as far as social media and online advertising that can just amplify any property's exposure, much further than just listing on the MLS.
No doubt about it. In fact, recently I was just on the internet and I looked you up and I saw one of your videos about a home. I forget which home it was, but it was nicely, you brought people through the home, showed them around and talked about it.
Oh, I love doing videos. So I do videos often. I mean, you can catch me on my YouTube page, see countless videos that we shoot. I like to shoot videos that really highly showcase a property and kind of push the viewer through the house. So, I like to keep them short and sweet, maybe 2 minutes tops, because the human attention span is very short. But I like to keep it moving, and I use up-tempo music. I like to keep it fresh so that way we can showcase properties. And I've actually had people reach out to me on YouTube or Facebook and say, wow, this is an awesome house. Where is it? Where's it located? How much, etc. So again, just using social media and videos and powerful content can really advance listing and the marketing of that listing.
Let's tell people also your military service. First of all, we want to thank you for your service. You were in the Marines.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Navy.
And the Navy. Yes.
Incredible.
Yes. Well, I was enlisted in the Marines first. So I started at the very bottom as an E1, and that was great. I went straight to the Marines right out of high school, and it was just an incredible experience. And then after high school, after I was honorably discharged, went to college, got my bachelor's degree, and I just felt the calling again to serve. So I ended up going into the Navy and became an officer.
I would think the military experience, any branch, just is a tremendous preparation for life, the lessons you learn
absolutely.
For business. Give us an idea how that helps you now in your real estate world.
Well, I think ethics and honesty, above everything. In the military, you're taught to do the right thing even when no one's looking. You're taught that, and to be honest with you, some of the relationships I made in the military are the best relationships I've ever had in my entire life, because you serve with people who are willing to lay down even their lives for their friend on the battlefield. and a lot of my friends in the military I keep in touch with today, they would do anything for me. If I had a problem or I needed something, I called them right now. They would be here in a heartbeat. And that's just powerful. So I think those values teach you in business, and especially in the real estate business. There's a saying, there's no crying in real estate. This business is tough.
It's a tough business.
It's a tough business, and not everybody's honest and ethical as you would like. But, putting that to the side, you still know in your heart you're going to do the right thing, at all times. That's a huge value.
And let's touch upon that when we think about challenges in life. And a lot of real estate professionals, whether they're realtors or the mortgage world, whatever it is, they're out there. And we face challenges, even people in the title world. We face challenges all the time. But let's tell people maybe an idea or two when you have a challenge, just from your mindset. Mindset is so important in everything. But how do you face challenges, whether it's, let's say it's a listing that's a tough listing, maybe the pricing isn't right, or maybe the home's a little bit rough looking, but you have that listing and the seller is entrusting you to sell it. How do you face that challenge?
Oh, absolutely. I'm happy to take on tough listings. In fact, I've taken and sold listings that have been on the market for the past 3 to 4 years with various agents. You talked about one that you saw on San Felipe.
I saw one of your tough listings, and I'm thinking, how is that guy going to sell it?
Absolutely, and that one had been on the market for about 4 years before me.
Wow.
On and off, different agents. I'll say the first thing, again, going back to honesty and integrity, you can always count on me to be honest with the client and let them know. At times they may not want to hear, but I will show them verified facts of sales in the area, comps, and why, they might otherwise have a high price, and sometimes an extremely high price on what their home is. And sometimes the hardest pill to swallow is, your house isn't worth that. It's really worth this. And I take great pride that I'm going to be honest. I don't set the market, I interpret the market. So if I could create the market, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, right? We have to interpret the market and be honest. And if someone really wants to sell their home, I think where a lot of agents miss the mark is they just take a listing no matter what. They don't want to be honest with that homeowner and say, that's way too high. I don't think we're going to have a chance to sell this home at this price. And often that happens, and then the listings sit for a year or 2 or 3.
Well, sometimes in sales, we're just happy to get the deal, and we don't want to tell people bad news. That's in any field of sales. But thinking
Exactly.
of challenges, there are many things I think that can be challenges to selling a property. The one that you and I are talking about, and we'll share with the listeners, I never saw the inside of the home, but what I did see was your sign, and I saw that this home was on a really busy street. So I'm thinking, wow, that's got to be challenging to sell that home. But am I right? That was one of the problems.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I will say this, for homes, and I'm talking about residential, not commercial.
Yeah,
for residential properties that are on a major street, Westheimer, absolutely, Westheimer, Briar Forest, Richmond, San Felipe, it is more difficult because, most people don't want to live on a major street. Now, on the commercial world, that's the opposite. The opposite holds true. You want a lot of traffic because that's good advertising for your business. But on the residential side, you might be in a great neighborhood, but you don't really want to be on the major street. So what does that mean? A great mentor of mine taught me that every problem has a price. So you have to factor that into the price. And most homes that are on a major thoroughfare need to be reduced by often 10%. So it can sell, but what we're looking for is a buyer who's willing to say, you know what, I might not otherwise be able to get into this neighborhood, but because this house is discounted, I can get in, and I don't mind being on the major street. And often these are people who don't have families or little children per se, because that's where the concern comes is, I don't want my kid escaping the house and getting hit by a car. So, and I can speak from the same angle because I'm a father. So you just have to look for those different angles. Again, I don't give away houses, but you do have to factor in certain things. Right. You have to price them right. You have to factor in certain items.
And Morad, do you focus on certain areas of town? Or how do you approach your real estate business?
Honestly, I want to sell everything. You know, I'm passionate about sales, and I work the entire greater Houston area. You know, although I am in the energy corridor, so energy corridor, Memorial, the whole west side, but I have sold even in Lake Conroe. Lake Conroe, I have some new construction right now in West Columbia, Texas. I've sold in East Bernard, which, if you don't know where that is, that's past Sugar Land, past Richmond. It's even past Rosenberg. It's heading towards Victoria. It's about an hour away. So I sold
away.
Yeah.
Almost sounds like it's in Louisiana
Acreage.
by the name, but it's in a different direction.
So I've done that. I try not to go that far. I mean, you know, I will, but you know, I'm passionate about sales, and my goal is to break all the sales records. So to do that, I need to sell as much as possible.
Now let's tell people, as far I mentioned already, mindset is so important, and I've heard you on another radio show, and you're talking about some of the things that you do to keep your mindset right in terms of training, in terms of motivation, even reading. What are some of the things that you do that's just great to stay on top?
Oh, absolutely. I'm big on self-development. So, you know, I think, you know, and to be honest, to achieve a higher level and a higher plateau and break through this glass ceilings we place on ourselves, it's all mental. It's all in your mind. So to do that, you have to grow as a person. You grow, your business will grow to the extent that you grow, you know, and I've learned this. So I seek mentors. You know, I follow Grant Cardone. I follow Tony Robbins. You know, I go to a lot of events that are about self-development, self-empowerment, and learning to think beyond what I've been able, what I've been capable of doing. That's how you really grow. When you think beyond, you know, I want to associate myself with very successful people because why? You know, they're successful because of the way they think and their mindset, and you know, I learned from that. That's what I wasn't taught in business school. So, you know, I think it's very important that you surround yourself with people more successful than you are to learn, because success leaves clues.
And we're learning every day, every minute, especially if we're paying attention, no doubt about it. Let's tell people, as far as the marketplace right now, as you're out there, and it sounds like you're all over the Houston area, how is the market right now? Interest rates are tremendously low, record lows. And then how do you, if you were to speculate, say by the end of the year, which is really coming up pretty soon.
Oh, absolutely.
How do you think it's going to end up here in 2019?
The market's booming, and especially in Houston. You know, the real estate market is fueled by the housing market is fueled by the job market. So Houston has a really strong job market and economy. You know, the energy sector, and then the Texas Medical Center. And, you know, I think Houston is number 3 or number 4 as far as headquartering Fortune 500 companies in the United States. So that's huge. I just think, you know, here in Texas, we have a positive business climate. We're constantly trying to keep taxes low. There's no state income tax. It's these different things that cause Fortune 500 companies to relocate from, say, New York or California to Texas. You know, and then there's that's Houston, Austin, Dallas. So many companies are moving here to Texas. So I think that alone fuels the housing market, and is the reason why we've seen on average 3 to 5% appreciation in the residential housing market year over year.
Excellent. Morad, if someone wants to reach out to you, what should they do?
You can always reach me on HoustonLuxuryRealEstate.com. That's my website. It's actually synchronized to the MLS. You can search properties, see the latest, greatest. So HoustonLuxuryRealEstate.com, or you can email me, Morad at HoustonLuxuryRealEstate.com, or call me 832-610-4290. And that's 832-610-4290. And I'm always happy to help.
There you go. Or go to your YouTube channel too.
Yes, I want everybody, if you don't mind, take 2 seconds, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me at Morad Fiki, Luxury Home Expert. That's MORADFIKI. I'm the only Morad Fiki worldwide.
Indeed you are. I'm the only Bill Nambic worldwide. I think. There could be one other one out there. Give them a call at 832-610-4290. Thank you, Morad. Thank you again for your service.
Thank you so much.
We're coming right back with even more. Stay with us, please.
Thanks. That was great.
Okay. And then what we do, everybody will have their segment, and then at the end, you'll have another opportunity to give your contact info. And, hey, what else should we know if you forgot to say something?
Bam.
Musical chairs.
Sure.
Kelly,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you would
awesome.
please.
Thank